In a world much like our own, darkness reigned. Under the iron-fisted control of the eighth king of hell, every heart was bound by a crushing weight. For 25 years, his dominion had cast its oppressive shadow over North America, forcing the people to swear fealty not only to the dreadful king, but also to a sinister deity known as the Dark Mother. In this harsh realm, Christian Ehrlichman toiled each day in a labour camp in Ontario, his life reduced to a relentless cycle of grueling work. He, along with hundreds of weary souls, was forced to build a monument, a tribute to Peter, the man who had once introduced the dark teachings of the Magisterium. Yet amid this suffocating oppression, one thing brought Christian solace: his dreams. Night after night his mind was swept away on a tumultuous, stormy sea, where amidst the crashing waves appeared a mysterious woman with fiery red hair and piercing green eyes. His heart would race as he awoke, the vivid image of the woman burning into his memory. Though the dreams grew fainter with each dawn, they evolved into a bittersweet recollection, a memory that clashed with the drudgery of his everyday life. In his wounded soul, Christian wondered if his waking hours were the true nightmare and his dreams the only reality. Shaken from his dreams, Christian gazed around his cramped room. Here, on these walls, he had left his personal graffiti, poems and sketches born from the depths of his dream-induced longings. The woman from his dreams, her face forever etched like a searing flame in his mind, tormented him by day even as she offered him hope by night. Deep in his heart, he felt that if there was any true meaning or anchor in the universe, it lay with her. This inner conflict between the oppressive reality of his daily existence and the mysterious promise of his dreams set the stage for a deeper spiritual journey, one that calls into question the very nature of suffering and hope. In our narrative, the dominion of the eighth king of hell and the worship of the Dark Mother symbolize the overwhelming forces of evil and spiritual tyranny. This is not just a tale of physical oppression, but of a spiritual darkness that pervades every aspect of life. In Orthodox thought, we are reminded that the enemy, whether manifest in worldly powers or in the subtle seductions of sin, wishes to shackle our hearts. The oppressive regime here serves as an allegory for those spiritual forces that seek to dominate our very souls. Christian's dreams offer him both solace and torment. They represent the inner yearning for a reality beyond the darkness, a glimpse of the divine or an alternate truth that calls to his soul. In Orthodox spirituality, dreams can be understood as windows into our inner life, pointing us toward the deeper realities of our existence. However, as with all spiritual experiences, discernment is necessary, for not every vision leads us closer to God. Christian's life is marked by suffering, the harsh conditions at the labor camp, the bleakness of a life under an oppressive regime, and the painful dichotomy between his waking nightmare and his nocturnal visions. Orthodox theology teaches that while suffering is an inevitable part of our fallen existence, it is not without purpose. Suffering can purify us, opening our hearts to the hope of salvation and the transformative power of Christ's light. The conflict between his bitter reality and the alluring promise of his dreams invites us to reflect on how we can find hope even in our darkest hours. Amid the oppressive forces and the seductive allure of his dreams, Christian's internal struggle mirrors the call for discernment in our spiritual lives. In a world saturated with false idols and deceptive promises, as symbolized by the Dark Mother and the dominion of darkness, we are called to anchor ourselves in the truth of the gospel. Our inner vision must be tested and purified by the teachings of our Orthodox faith, ensuring that we do not mistake illusion for divine revelation. Through the story of Christian Ehrlichman, we are invited to contemplate the complex interplay of oppression, suffering, and inner longing. His daily struggle against the weight of a dark dominion and his secret yearning dreams echo the timeless battle between the forces of darkness and the ever-present light of Christ. As we reflect on these themes, let us ask ourselves, in the midst of our own trials, how do we discern between the shadow of despair and the beckoning light of hope? And are we anchored in the true, liberating faith of our Orthodox tradition? If you found this exploration meaningful, please like, share, and subscribe for more insights into our rich spiritual heritage. May the light of Christ guide you through every storm, and may you always seek the truth beyond the darkness.